What up, champ? We back with it. Let's get it. We'll go ahead and get right into it though, because time is limited today. So we'll do some supersets. And I do supersets when my time is kind of limited in the gym. So we gonna hit some rack pulls and some pull-ups first. So when you're doing the rack pulls, you wanna make sure that the bar is a little bit below your knees. I'll make sure that my arms is like shoulder length apart on the bar. So when you're doing these rack pulls, you want to make sure that you're squeezing your shoulder blades together when you come up, because your shoulders should already be rolled back. I think I'm going to go ahead and add some weight on here though, because at 45, that little warm up was nothing. I'm going to do 4 sets of these rack pulls though. 4 sets of the rack pulls. So remember I said it's going to be a superset. I'm going to go ahead and do 10 reps with these 2 plates, and then I'm going to hit 10 pull-ups. So that's how we gonna do the superset. So I'm gonna do 10 reps, and then I'm gonna do 10 pull-ups after the 10 reps. And that's gonna be my superset, which is basically you're doing the movement and then you hop it right into another movement with no break. You take a break after you do the last movement of the superset. When you're doing these rack pulls, you want to be real explosive with it, because when that weight get heavy, it's going to slow you down once we start adding real plates on here. But we probably going to go up to 405 on the rack pulls. I'm going to try to get 10 reps at 405. I'm finna go ahead and do my 10 pull-ups because I'm cheating low key. All right, so we'll go ahead and go to 315 on these rack pulls and see what this 315 feel like. All right, champ, so we did the 315. So now we're gonna do the 405. I'm gonna shoot for 10 reps. And then remember, I'm gonna do the 10 pull-ups at the end. Make sure you're doing the movement, the pull-ups slow. We done with the rack pulls, we done with the pull-ups. Let's get it. All right, champ. So when you're doing these rack pulls, it's 2 different grips you can do. You can either do the neutral grip, the regular grip, come up, hands spread apart, and then come up. Or say if you don't have these lifting straps or any type of lifting straps, one underhand on one of the hands, we call this the gorilla grip. So it'll look like this. And you can do your rack pulls this way. Sometimes if I'm doing 10 reps, like I just did 10 reps, I do 5 this way, and then I do 5 this way. All right, champ, so now we have the seated cable row. So with the seated cable row, as far as sets, I'm gonna do 4 sets. I'm gonna do 4 sets, and then I'm gonna do about 10 to 15 reps. Because with the cables, you wanna kinda keep your rep range kinda high. So 10 to 15 reps on these. So when I'm doing these cable rows, you wanna stretch forward, barely letting the stack touch, and then you wanna pull it back. But you wanna pull with your lats first, and then pull with your arms. Don't pull with your arms first. Pull back. But I don't really like using this because it's so limited. This part always kind of hit me in my chest. I'm not able to bring my elbows back as far as I want to. So what I do is, I use 2 of these handles. Clip them on there, and now my hands are a lot more free, and I'll be able to bring my elbows behind me. Therefore getting a better stretch and a better contraction within them lats. So now I'm barely letting the stack touch. I'm gonna pull my lats first, and then pull back. Roll them shoulders back. Boom. You see how much further my elbows can get behind me? Way further. So we'll go ahead and do a few sets of them. Remember, I'm doing 4 sets. And I'm doing 10, the rep range is 10 to 15. Make sure you pull with your lats first. Before you pull with your arms, don't cheat yourself. You can slow down the reps. You can come up, hold it for a few seconds, 3 seconds, and then come down, putting more tension. And then you gonna also feel it. You gonna feel it in your rear delt too. So that's why I like using the handles versus using this. We can go ahead and throw this in the trash, you know? All right, champ, so with this seated row machine, we can either do it regular or we can do it the isolation way. So I always choose to do it the isolation way because you get a better contraction on the lats. And I feel like it gives you a sturdier look. Like it really defines that V-taper. And that's what a lot of people go for. They try to go for that V-taper look. And that's what's going, you know, that's what's going to win you them shows, kind of like how Mike said, you got to hit them little muscles that people don't think about. The reason I do the seated rows like this is because I kind of like to change things up. If you use a machine like it's naturally used, you use it like how everybody else uses it. So I try to switch up and change the way that I use machines because I want my body to look different from everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to look like everybody else. So me switching up in my head, if I start to add more isolation movements and I start to add different ways of using machines, different tactics of using the machine, I get a different look from what other people have, or I hit certain muscles that other people won't hit.